Hello everyone, and welcome to the 4th day of the GDNL Demons of Christmas. For today, I have beaten HyperSonic by ViPriN and more. Yes! Oh my god. Fucking finally. I beat it. Oh my god. I finally beat this shit. Let's get into the review of the level. This part is pretty easy, not really any problems with it. Good beginner. Now this duel is not good. I did it in a specific way where you skip this first blue orb, so you have to do a hard timing over here. It's like really hard timing actually. And then the rest are just a bit janky, and oftentimes you just die without knowing why you died. Like you have to, like this cube has to jump without this one jumping. It's kind of hard. It gets a bit easier, but these dash orbs really suck. Not these, but these suck because like very weird timing that you have to do. Sometimes it can be aligned wrong. And if you let go too early or too late, the transition into this just doesn't work. You either go like flying up into the fucking sky, or you'll be too low for in the drop. Now, the first drop part is pretty good. Not really any problems. I did die to the spider a lot for like no reason. Yeah, this wave is a bit hard. It goes really fast and it's not really that tight, but I died to it a bit. I also died to the UFO a lot, I think just by clicking too early and not clicking when I'm like right side up, so I just like fall or like just go to my death. This click is a bit hard where you have to like jump when this one is not on the platform, but this one is, then it's pretty easy. Besides this jump, let's go back. This jump is actually pretty hard. I died to it quite a lot. I died to this robot. Specifically this click. I died to this click way too many times, even though it's so easy. It's pretty easy, just 2 buffers. This part is fine. Besides the ship, like into here, it's so like terrible. When you go upside down, and so many times I would just barely hit this guy's head. I did really wonky in this completion too. The rest is fine. The spider's also right, but some clicks are a bit hard. And so many times I died at this click by jumping slightly too early and hitting the edge where this spike is, which was really annoying. Okay, now this duel was pretty inconsistent. Sometimes I would just die at the top of the wave and I had no idea why. And this green orb, you have to like hit it a very specific amount of time so that your ship is high enough so that you can hit this green orb without like flying into the spikes. And sometimes the transition into the undual portal would just not work, and I just die for no reason. Like undual from at the bottom row instead of the top, and then I just like go into this wall. The ship is fine. Spider, a bit spam pot, more consistency spam though, so, but it wasn't that consistent. Oftentimes I would just spam slightly too early or slightly too late, and spamming too early, landing on this edge a lot, which just messes everything up. And this UFO is terrible, because you have to click like around here like twice and then another time like twice, but it's very easy to just hit your head on this edge, or just like do it too late so you'll land on this. Okay, this memory ball. This memory ball is probably my favorite part. It's pretty easy. It was also really satisfying to do. No real problems with this part. I did manage to die up to this part twice for no reason. This duel is also pretty inconsistent and kind of hard, but it's not as bad as the first one. This is just like you gotta hold a bit. And this robot jump is like terrible because you have to jump a very specific amount of time so that you'll be aligned perfectly to hit this green orb, because otherwise you would just hit the sword blade or you could die to the spike. And then you also have to hold for like a very long time after this red orb, so that like the spider doesn't hit the sparkle, because otherwise you just die, and it lands on that. And this is fine. This wave is also fine. At first I thought these clicks were hard, but they're pretty easy actually. Now this part, Evasium, kind of sucks. This jump was a little awkward. That jump was also a bit awkward. This UFO, I would often just get aligned wrong after going into this portal. I would just be too low and just die to this. This ship is a bit wonky. It's pretty hard too, because you have to like align yourself correctly into the portals, because otherwise you could just die to these sword blades. But I managed to not die at all from 0, which is pretty surprising. This is fine. Ship's also fine. In this part, I managed to my second furthest death was to this spike, because I just clicked way too early. It's not hard at all though. click's also a bit hard. This wave is funny because it's completely auto, but it looks kind of hot, but it looks very hard. This ship is all weird, just because you have to go in a very weird motion. This UFO is pretty fine, you just gotta learn the click pattern, it's easy. This wave really hard. Especially this gap is very hard to do. Like a weird double click. I managed to die here. That was my furthest death, and not here, which was also weird. You shouldn't die here. I was also very close to dying actually. Like, I'm like, my trail's in the spike. And then the rest is pretty easy. Besides, you could have messed up at the UFO maybe. So yeah, that's a level.